love the Eagles as much as we do, then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that one of the biggest shocks of this NFL offseason might just be around the corner? That's right, there's a massive rumor swirling around the league, and it involves none other than Tyreek Hill, the cheetah himself, potentially landing with the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, imagine the electric atmosphere at Lincoln Financial Field with Jalen Hurts tossing deep bombs to one of the fastest, most dynamic receivers the game has ever seen. Now, while nothing is confirmed, insiders close to the situation are whispering about possible talks between the Eagles' front office and Hill's representatives. Could this be real, or is it just one of those wild off-season fantasies that get all of us fans hyped up? Let's take a step back and really consider what this would mean for the Eagles' offense. They already have an incredibly versatile attack, led by Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Devonta Smith. But adding Tyreek Hill to that mix? That could potentially transform the Eagles into an offensive juggernaut that's nearly impossible to defend. Defenses would be forced to pick their poison, double-team Hill and leave Brown or Smith in single coverage, or try to play honest and risk Hill torching them over the top. This is exactly the kind of move that a Super Bowl contender makes when they want to send a clear message to the rest of the league. We're all in. Now, obviously, Tyreek Hill is still under contract with the Miami Dolphins, and it's not like they're itching to give up their star wideout. But here's where things get interesting. Reports have emerged suggesting that Hill has expressed some private frustrations with the Dolphins' current direction. Whether it's coaching decisions, quarterback stability, or simply a desire for a fresh start, there's chatter that Hill might be open to moving on if the right opportunity comes along. And let's be real, the Philadelphia Eagles represent exactly that kind of opportunity. A team built to win now, with a passionate fan base and a front office known for making bold moves. And speaking of bold moves, Howie Roseman, the Eagles' general manager, is no stranger to pulling off blockbuster trades. Just look at how he landed A.J. Brown from the Titans, a move that instantly paid dividends. So, for Roseman to go after a player of Tyreek Hill's caliber, it's not just plausible, it's in line with his track record. The Eagles have the draft capital, the roster flexibility, and a win-now mindset to make such a trade a reality. Of course, the salary cap would be a factor, but let's not forget, where there's a will, there's a way. And if Roseman sees Hill as the missing piece to another Super Bowl run, you better believe he'll find a way to make it happen. But let's also consider Tyreek Hill's perspective here. He's already got a Super Bowl ring from his days with the Chiefs, but what about adding another one, this time with the Eagles? Playing alongside Jalen Hurts, behind that dominant offensive line, and with a coaching staff that knows how to get creative with its playmakers, it could be the kind of situation that rejuvenates Hill's career and cements his legacy even further. Plus, moving to a football-crazed city like Philadelphia could give Hill the spotlight he thrives under, and let's not underestimate how much athletes care about that kind of platform. Now, as with all these rumors, there are plenty of skeptics. Some insiders are quick to point out that the Dolphins have shown zero public interest in trading their star receiver. Mike McDaniel has repeatedly emphasized how central Hill is to their offensive scheme, and after Hill's record-breaking seasons in Miami, it's hard to imagine them letting him walk away without a significant fight. But then again, we've seen crazier things happen in the NFL. Remember when Davante Adams left the Packers, or when DeAndre Hopkins was shipped out of Houston? In today's league, player movement is more fluid than ever before. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Another angle to this rumor is the potential impact on the NFC East. Just think about it. The Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants, and Washington Commanders would all have to face an Eagles offense featuring Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Tyreek Hill, four of the most dynamic offensive weapons in the league. That would make Philly the runaway favorite not just for the division, but potentially for the entire conference. Can you even imagine the kind of matchup nightmares that would create? Defensive coordinators would be losing sleep every week trying to figure out how to slow them down. And let's not forget the fan reaction. Eagles Nation is already buzzing on social media, with countless posts speculating about jersey swaps, potential highlight reels, and what it would mean for the team's Super Bowl aspirations. Philadelphia fans are known for their passion, and this kind of rumor has only poured gasoline on the fire. It's the type of hypothetical that makes the offseason so entertaining. The chance to dream big, to imagine your team going all in for a superstar, and to visualize what Sundays could look like with one of the fastest players in the league wearing midnight green. Of course, as much as we'd all love to see TYREEK kill blazing past defenders in an Eagles uniform, it's important to temper expectations. NFL trades, especially those involving superstar players, are notoriously complex. There are contracts, cap hits, draft picks, and player preferences to consider. But the fact that this rumor has gained as much traction as it has suggests that it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. Whether it's agents dropping hints, front office execs making exploratory calls, or just the media connecting the dots, the buzz is real, and it's growing by the day. So, at the end of the day, here's where we stand. TYREEK Hill to the Philadelphia Eagles is still just a rumor, an exciting, tantalizing possibility that could reshape the NFL landscape if it ever comes to fruition. Will it actually happen? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this is exactly the kind of story that keeps us all glued to our screens during the off-season, waiting for that next WOJ bomb, or in this case, an Adam Schefter tweet that might just break the internet. Stay tuned, folks, this could get wild. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.